Hi students, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss a new topic, that is from the chapter Compass Surveying, and the subject name is Basic Surveying. So this subject is for the first year first sem students of Diploma in Civil Engineering students. So my name is T. Rajshekar, working as a lecturer in Civil Engineering in SRS Government Polytechnic Sircilla, and the subject code is CE105. So let us see about the topic is regarding the compass surveying and their purpose and their principle. So objectives: on completion of this period you would be able to state the purpose and principles of compass surveying, identify the parts of Pristamatic compass and state their functions. So up to now we have seen in our previous classes, that is regarding the chain survey. Okay, so we have seen our first part is regarding the chain, and first part is the definition of what is survey, and after that in that one first part is regarding the chain surveying. We have seen there are so many types of chains and there are so many methods of calculations in the chain surveying, and how we have to do the chain surveying we have known in the previous classes. So now let us see, once we recap, that is from the knowledge of chain surveying, what is the principles of surveying. So that is to work from the whole to part. This we have seen from whole to part, that is regarding our chain surveying we have seen the principle, and to locate a new station by at least two measurements, that is linear or angular, from fixed reference points. So this is, we have seen the main fundamental of principles of surveying. So that is regarding the to work from whole to part and to locate a new station by at least two measurement points. So here, how do you apply first principle? Generally, this is the question. So according to first principles, the whole area is first enclosed by main stations and main survey lines. That means the whole area, the boundary lines which are there, those are the main station points. So after that we will be connecting with the main survey lines, and we will be calculating with the check lines and tie lines and base lines, and making it into the triangles and trapezoidal portions. We will be calculating the areas of each part. Then we will be finalizing adding the total parts is equal to total area. So that is the principle of our chain surveying, and divided into a number of parts by forming well-conditioned triangles. So main survey lines are measured very accurately with a standard chain or by using a standard tape. So this is regarding the chain surveying we have seen in our previous classes. Okay, and as per the according second principle, the new station should always be fixed by at least two measurements from fixed reference points. So this is the, as per the a second principle, the new stations which are there, they should always be fixed by at least two measurements from fixed reference points. So here the linear measurements refer to horizontal distances measured by chain or tape. So in linear measurements we will be measuring the horizontal distance by chain or tape, whereas in the angular measurements we refer to the magnetic bearing or horizontal angle taken by a Pristamatic compass or theodolite. So that means now we are going to do the regarding the measurements called angular measurements. Up to now we have done linear measurements in the chain survey, that is to taking the horizontal distances in the with the help of chain or tape and crosstalks, perpendicular offsets, etc. So now we are going to take the angular measurements. So that is for the second principle. Okay. So now let us see the purpose and principle of compass. So let us see the purpose and principle of compass and compass definition also. So here a compass is an angle measuring instrument. So that we will call in the compass language bearing. Okay. So it is compass is an angle measuring instrument. So we will call the bearings. So the principle of compass surveying is traversing. So we will call it as the traversing. So designation of compass. So the size of the compass is expressed in terms of its diameter. Okay, the designation of compass is designated as the size of the compass is expressed in terms of diameter. So the compass is 12 centimeters 120 mm, means the diameter of box is 12 centimeters 120 mm. Remember, this is a very important point. So what do you mean by traversing? It is a series of connector lines. So this traversing is also having, there are two types. So one is open traverse and the another one is closed traverse. So in open traverse we are having continuous lines but not returns. And coming to the closed traverse, it will be forming closed circuit. So regarding open traverse, I will draw the diagram. So if it starts from here, so this is a plus point, we will doing the compass survey in this only, because we will show the bearings. So as we know the bearings which are there, everyone, so like this it will be there, north degrees. So this will be the 90 degrees, everyone knows, and this is a 180 degrees. Okay, and this is a 270 degrees. Okay, and this is 360 degrees. Okay, so as we do this one, everyone knows. Okay, so like this, here whatever the quadrants are there, four quadrants from this, if the closed traverse start like this, it will be going on like this. So this traverse is used in the construction or for surveying of roads. So it will be going on like this straight line only. That's why we will say it is a continuous lines, but it will be not written. So that's why we will call it is open traverse. Okay, and the next one, closed traverse, it is starts with a point and again it goes to the another point and it turns to the another point and it comes back to the another point and it closes into the one point. So this type of portion which is called closed traverse. So like this, which is closed in the with all coordinates of bearing points, it is called closed traverse. So within this we will be calculating the areas also within the, okay, by bearings of angles we will be calculating the closed traverse area. Okay, so this is traversing is very important. So but the definition is it is a series of connector lines which shows in the traversing. Okay, and the next, here you can see detailed given the diagram of sketch of woven traverse. So as I have told, this is the north direction. Okay, so from this is the point A, and if it starts from here it goes to the point B and after B again it shows to the north direction and south direction, east direction and west direction. So meanwhile again it goes from the, whereas this is the north, okay, so from northeast direction it goes, it is the east and it is the south and this is the west. So from northeast direction it goes to the point C. Again from C point north direction again it goes to the another point D. So it is going on regarding the stream. Okay, if you know, this is a stream and this is called traverse framework. We will call it as traverse framework, and these are called offsets. So where we will be keeping the offsets beside the stream. Suppose this is a stream is there, okay, so this stream is going on here, so we want to measure the length or area of this place. So we want to calculate with the help of open traverse method. So we will be keeping from the starting point A at the beside the stream, and here keeping the perpendicular offset, and here, so at the beside the stream we cannot take the measurement or we cannot measure the length also. So that we will be taking it beside or with the offset length, keeping a ranging rod here, taking the offset length a point, and next we will be going on to the B point. So like that we will be keeping the offsets in between. Here you can observe the offset points in between the lines. So these lines are keeping with the arrow points, and we will be taking the measurements of bearing angles from the compass instrument, so that we will be calculating the open traverse. And the next one is sketch of closed traverse. So if you want to measure this building area, here you can observe this is a building which is there. So if you start from the A point, if you side an object to the B point, and again from B you side the object to the C point, and again from C you side the object to the D. So like that again you side the object to the A. So whatever you are sighting, that is the first point will be the fore bearing. We will say it as fore bearing. And if you turn the to the back side of the instrument, we will call it as back bearing. So this will be coming on topics. In upcoming topics we will be going to see the regarding the bearings. So this is a process where we will do the closed traverse. So here you can observe the x1 and y1 and y3 and x3. So these are the points which were kept with the perpendicular offsets. Okay, so with the perpendicular offsets we will be keeping this point and making as a center points. So these points are to coordinate the, and this is the x4 and this is the y4. And where is the x2, y2? This is the x2 and this is the y2. So in this way we have to take the coordinates and we have to do the closed traverse. So with the help of compass. So in that we will have a horse here, and we are having a metallic scale with the help of 360 degrees. From 0 to 360 degrees it will be there, and we will be taking the bearings with that compass. So this is regarding the closed traverse, and here we are having the methods of traversing. So that is chain traversing by chain angle, compass traversing by free needle. So this is the first one is with the help of chain traversing, only by chain angle we will be doing, and with the compass traversing with the free needle, another method. And the next one is theory traversing, it is by fast needle. And plane table surveying, it is by plain needle. So for each one we are having different things. So the chain traversing will be done by the chain angle, but in compass driving it is done with the free needle. Whereas in theoretical traversing it is done by the fast needle, and plane table surveying is called by plane needle. So these are the four methods of traversing. So here, when is compass surveying recommended? So does we have this question? When and where this compass surveying is recommended? So here a large area is to be surveyed. Suppose if you want to measure the area, so it is of very large. So in that places we cannot use small instruments. So we need the compass instrument. So here the compass survey is recommended when that is a large area is to be surveyed, and the next is the course of a river or coastline is to be surveyed. So if the course of river or coastline is to be surveyed, then we need compass. And the area is crowded with many details and triangulation is not possible. So here, when the area is crowded with many details and triangulation is not possible here. So if the area, whenever we can see so many places which are there to measure, in that cases the triangulation is not possible. So we have to go for the compass surveying. Remember, these points are very important. When is the compass surveying is recommended? So it is recommended first of all when large area is to be surveyed, and when the course of river or coastline is to be surveyed, and the area is crowded with many details and the triangulation is not possible. So when is compass surveying not recommended? So now here, when is compass surveying not recommended? So where local attraction is suspected due to magnetic material, steel, iron and electric cables. So here in compass surveying we are having the important point, that is a local attraction is will be there. So this local attraction name, it is nothing but it is affected with steel, iron and electric cables. So because why this local attraction name came means the compass is an iron material. Okay, so it is generally when the magnetic materials which are there, so it will be attracted to that. So if you keep the watch or any goggles, okay, whatever the iron, any other materials which are related, so it will be attracted with the compass. So when you are taking the readings or measurements, the actual readings cannot be get. So you will be getting somewhat error in the readings within minutes or seconds difference. So that is due to the local attraction. So for this we are having the methods to rectify them in the methods. So let us see, we are having the types of compasses. So there are two types of compass. One is Pristamatic compass, it is 0 to 360 degrees. So we are using the Pristamatic compass in the surveying. And next one is surveyor's compass, it is of 0 to 90 degrees. So this compass is very rarely used. So but we prefer generally in our surveying field, in practical also, the Pristamatic compass because it is of 0 to 360 degrees. So Pristamatic compass diagram. So you can see this is a actual original diagram. So it will be like sail. So here you can see the component parts very clearly. So this is a pivot. Okay, this middle portion is called a pivot. So this is called pivot. Okay, and magnetized needle. So this is called magnetized needle. So which is there. So this needle will be moving on 360 degrees, and this is a gunmetal body where you can see this is a portion is gunmetal body. So I will say one by one. So number one, I'm writing here number one. So the number one is pivot, the name, and the number two is, this is the number two. Number two is magnetized needle. Okay, and the next one, number three, here I am writing. So number three is gunmetal body of the compass. So it is made of aluminum bronze material. So this is called gunmetal body. And next one is graduated aluminum horizontal ring. So here it is called, we can see this one is called graduated aluminum horizontal ring, number 4. Okay, and here you can see object vane, where you can see this is called object vane. This is called number 5. Number 5 is object vane. And next one is sliding mirror. Here you can see the back one. So the back which is there, number 6, it is called sliding mirror. With this we can see the object directly, and we can see the point where the measurement we have to take. And the next is the sunglasses. So this is number 7. These are the two sunglasses we will have with two colors. Okay, and next is prism with sighting slit. So here we will have, in this prism we will have a gap. Here it will be there. So that is known as number 8. We will have, here you can see clearly. So this is prism with sighting slit, this gap. Okay, and next is ball and socket arrangement for leveling. So here this is the top portion we cannot see. You can see at the bottom portion. So this will be of metallic part. So this is called ball and socket arrangement for leveling. Okay, this will be fixed in the a tripod stand. Okay, so these are sunglasses. This is sliding mirror, object vane, graduated aluminum horizontal ring, 5 watt, and magnetized needle. This is gunmetal body. Okay, so these are the component parts of a Pristamatic compass. So this is very important. So here a point is given, that is to enable bisection of the bright objects. Sometimes dark sunglasses are also provided with the instrument. So when the very dark sun means very heavy sunlight is there, in that cases we cannot see the readings properly. So we have to keep the sunglasses at the time of compass surveying, so that we can see the readings clearly. So this is a cross section, here you can see, and this one is called a gate cap. So at the center it will be there. So this is our prism. From this prism we have to see the readings to this side. Okay, so from this prism we will be seeing to this horsehair. Here it will be there, in between a horsehair will be there. So here you can see in this, can you see here this line which is there, it is called horsehair. Number 9 I am writing. So it will be a thread like portion. So the thread line which should be point to the object, and this is adjustable mirror. We can adjust the image. So next here, this is the object vane or side vane, graduated ring, brake pin. So this brake pin is used to when the needle is moving whether left or right. So if you can if you catch this brake pin, it will be stopped. Okay, and this is the lifting pin. So if the pin was at the down, if you do with the lift pin, it will be moving up. And this is circular metallic box, the bottom of the portion. So we will call at this bottom portion, this is called circular metallic portion. This is called number 10. So here we are having two colors, that is red and blue glass. Remember, so red glass and blue glass will be there in this compass. So with these glasses we can see the readings in the compass. So next is parts of Prestamatic compass. So what are the parts of Prestamatic compass? One is compass box, that is circular 8 to 10 centimeters, 80 mm to 100 mm metallic. It is of 80 mm to 100 mm metallic, and at the center of box pivot is provided. So at the center the pivot is provided, and when magnetic needle and graduated ring, so with the graduated ring and magnetic needle are there, so they are on pivot, the magnetic needles rest, and aluminium graduated ring is attached to needle. So that graduated ring has 0 degree to 360 degrees clockwise. So this is the magnetic needle and graduated ring. So on pivot the magnetic needle will be rest. That means on pivot the magnetic needle will be moving on, whether left or right, and it is will be rotating. And aluminium graduated ring is attached to that needle. So for that needle a graduated ring will be there, that is called aluminium, and the graduated ring has 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So it will be going on in the clockwise direction. So here we can see 0 degrees at south, 90 degrees at west, 180 degrees at north, 270 degrees at east. So least count is 30 minutes. So this is a very important question. For the compass, the least count measurement is 30 minutes. So here you can see sketch showing of system of graduation in Prismatic compass. So that means, so here north and south direction. So this is our line of sight with the compass, and this is the angle reading. Okay, 330 degrees for example. So angle required is also called 330 degrees. So here you can see the directions which are there. So this is in the clockwise direction. Okay, so this is also clockwise. Whereas here we will be having two directions. One is like this clockwise, and the another one is anti-clockwise. Okay, so with these two directions we will be seeing. So if you go in the clockwise direction, it is forward bearing. If you go in the anti-clockwise direction, it is back bearing. Okay, so here you can see 180, 270, 0, 90, north, west, east, south. So if you see with the prism, this is our line of sight. So next is sight vane and the object vane of compass. So these sight vane and object vane are fixed diametrically opposite to each other. So these two are fixed diametrically opposite to each other. An object vane consists of vertical hair attached to the frame. So it is a vertical hair side vane or eye slit consists of vertical slit cut into upper assembly of the prism unit. So this is a side vane, or also we will call it as eye slit. So it is consists of vertical slit cut into the upper assembly of the prism unit. And next, prism unit is hinged to the box. So this prism unit is connected with the hinged to the box. And next is dark glasses. So why these dark glasses are provided? So that is red glasses sighting luminous objects. So what do you mean by luminous? The objects which cannot see with our naked eye, if in the dark condition or in the reflector condition, so that is called the luminous objects. And far away the objects which are there, so they cannot see with our directly naked eye. So with keeping with red glass, we can see that luminous objects. And blue glasses, so it reduces strain to observer. So the providing of blue glasses, it will reduce the strain to observer. So why this strain occurs to our eye for observer? Because of heavy sunlight or any other the objects which cannot appear clearly. So if you clear the blue glasses, so it can appear somewhat clearly. The measurements also looks clearly. So next one is adjustable mirror. So it is provided with sight vane horizontally, vertically and inclined manner. So see, this is an adjustable mirror, that's why we are saying. So it will be adjusted for us whether in horizontal or vertical and inclined. So next one is brake pin. So at the base of side vane, if pressed, oscillation is stopped. That means the magnetic needle which is there, it will be somewhat shaking or it will be moving up and down. Okay. So when this moving up and down, the brake pin, if we catch it, the oscillation, that means it will be suddenly stopped. And the next one is lifting pin. So what do you mean by lifting pin? So it will be the below the side vane. That means the side vane will be the top. So at the bottom of the side pin, this will be the lifting pin. So it lifts the magnetic needle. So again it will be come back into the position. So this magnetic needle, when it rotates, it will be falling down at one side or two sides. So when we use the lifting pin, it will be come upwards. And the next one is adjustments of Pristamatic compass. Let us see now what are the adjustments are there. So the first one is fixing the compass with tripod stand. So this is the tripod stand. So on this we have to, this tripod stand should be kept on ground very at the flat surface, and after that, after setting the tripod stand, we have to keep the compass by fixing with the its bottom thread or ending portion. So then we have to do the centering and we have to see the object clearly, and after that we have to sight the object. So next is centering. We have to do with the plumb bob here at the bottom. We have to keep the peg, that is the center point, and next we have to do the leveling. So the leveling should be done. The three tripod stands should be in same position, and in this we will not have the bubble tube to see the center. We will have only the plumb bob for the centering of leveling. Okay, then we have to set it into the 0 degrees. the compass needle, and after that the adjustment of prism. So we have to adjust the prism to see the object very clearly. So whether it is in the blur or we cannot see the object, so that should be adjusted with the prism. And next we have to observe an angle, that is called bearing. So these are the adjustments of Prismatic compass. Compulsory we have to do. First, what we have to do? We have to fix the compass with tripod stand. So before fixing the compass to the tripod stand, we have to first fix the tripod stand on the ground. So then after we have to do centering. After that we have to keep the compass with these adjustments. So then we have to keep the center point with the iron pegs or hammer, and we have to do the leveling, so it will be adjusted at the same level. And after that we have to check the prism whether the object is clearly visible or not. Then now we have to observe the bearing angle. So these components, parts, and the adjustments of Pristamatic compass are very important for the examinations. So generally this compass survey is used in the where large areas has to be measured. So that is the main point. And here in this compass surveying we will be measuring from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So here we will be writing in the measurements, that is degrees, minutes, and seconds. So we will be writing the three readings, that is regarding the from 0 to 360 degrees we will be writing degrees, minutes, and seconds. So that is the main thing in the compass survey. So we will be taking the measurements, that is the angles which are measured in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So the component parts which are there, everything is useful while doing the adjusting of compass. So generally the main component which is used here, the line of sight. So this portion is compulsory, very important. So it will be like this, and at the center point this will be the horsehair. So it will be of 1 mm thickness. The horsehair, it is like a thread portion. It will be of 1 mm thickness to sight the object at the far distance also. So this line of sight needle which is there, it will be moving in the clockwise direction, and it will be moving in the anti-clockwise direction also. So if you are seeing this in the clockwise direction, it is called forebearing and it is positive. And if you are seeing it is in the reverse direction, that means anti-clockwise, it will be the back bearing. So remember the forebearing and back bearing. So this is negative. So even though we are taking the readings, so we will be getting the local attraction things that we have said in the starting itself. So in order to avoid the local attraction, we will be taking the proper care while doing the compass survey. So that's why we will be following the principles of compass survey. So the principles of compass survey is, we can see this one. So that is, these are the principles, that is traversing. The principle of compass is traversing. So here the compass dimension is also very important. So here in this we will call angular measurements. because degrees and angles, minutes, seconds should be measured. Okay, so this is the regarding the our compass survey, open traverse and closed traverse and component parts and principles. So this is our final summary. So this diagram is very important. So finally summary. Compass is a bearing measure instrument. The principle of compass surveying is traversing. So traversing is of two types, open traverse and closed traverse. So open traverse does not return to starting point, whereas closed traverse returns to starting point and forms closed circuit. So these are the topics we are discussing today. And bearings are measured with Pristamatic compass. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day.